between the Pens and Honeybaked. I'm solo in the booth today, no Commodore today. Oleg is going to win that face-off to himself. He's out there with Reeling and DeSimone. Oleg gets taken into the boards. Puck comes out to the blue line. Edwards and Veneziano on defense. Edwards drives his man out wide. Far angle shot. Eaten up by Ethan Davis, who's in net today. Pearsall gets kicked out of the face-off dot. That's been a trend this weekend. Metz is on defense now with Mowry. He plays it over to Mowry. Sargo up to Pearsall just out of his reach. Luigi on the ice as well. Davis is going to play it behind his own net. Leaves it for Mowry. Tough viewing angles here today. I'll try to tell you what's happening along the near boards. Loose puck picked up right in front of the net. Dangerous play for the Pens. Long shot. Loose puck, good stick by Mowry, pops that one back out to the point. Shot blocked by Luigi into the corner. Mowry plays it off the near boards. Luigi's now going to swoop in, and he's fast out the other way for a 2-on-1 with Pearsall. Luigi's going to shoot, glove save by the Honeybaked goalie. Houghton's out there now with Dunn, Dewitt, Musklo, and Tango. Dunn throws his body into someone, creates a turnover there for Dewey to pick up to Houghton. Houghton along the near boards. Leaves it for Dewitt. Dewitt drops it off to Dunn. He plays it into the corner. Houghton to Dewitt. Up to the point to Musklo. Musklo shot. That's a bank pass off the boards. Houghton almost got to it, just out of his reach. Back to Musklo at the point. He gets a shot on net. Pad save into the corner. Honeybaked rims it around the boards. This puck still loose. Good forecheck pressure by this group here. Bouncing puck. Dunn finds it in front of the net. He rips a shot. Big blocker save. Dewey tries to bank one off the back of the goalie. Beautiful attempt by Dewitt. Nice forecheck by Tom. Houghton throws an elbow up high. Tango with a shot high, glove down. And the Pens with some offensive zone time. Oleg's going to be double shifting here, running center for Imler and Gallant. Edwards and Veneziano on defense. Good check there by Oleg, bouncing puck just underneath Imler's stick. Gallant on a strong back check. Puck picked up by Imler along the boards. Oleg tries to drop pass between his own legs. Turnover there, picked up by Edwards to Gallant. Gallant softly plays one up to Imler. Imler chips it ahead to Oleg, who tries to swim around a defender. Good defensive play there by Honeybaked. They're going to be able to get it out, but Edwards is there, rifles one into the far corner. Awkward bounce there, almost got on net on the side corner there. Turnover, nice pass from Edwards on a nice steal. Got to Oleg, his shot just wide. Edwards there again. Puck comes out to center ice. This time it's intercepted by Veneziano. Aggressive defensively for the Pens today. Edwards chips it ahead to Luigi. Loose puck, still bouncing, intercepted by Sargo now. Sargo coming into the offensive zone, leaves it for Luigi, plays it back to Sargo in the corner. He got it, backhand pass to Pearsall. Couldn't get a shot off, and here comes Honeybaked the other way. Metz is in good position here. Keeps his man nice and wide, plays him with his stick. He takes a tumble to the ice now. Puck gets shot all the way through the crease. Pearsall's there with a nice steal. Plays it up to Veneziano, who's going to throw one in, allow the Pens D to go for a change. Honeybaked crisply out of their own zone. Pearsall on a nice back check. Here's a good looking shot, just wide of the net. Big rebound off the glass, picked up by the Pens. Pearsall the other way. He jumps through a little bit of traffic, leaves it for Sargo. Sargo's shot high and off the glass. Pearsall tried to rip a rebound, just missed it as he got tied up. Puck comes out to center ice, just underneath Mowry's stick. He's going to circle at the red line. Makes a man miss, gets it in deep, but now here come the Pens on a line change. DeSimone reeling out there with Houghton. Puck into the corner for Metz to pick up. He circles around his own net, gets tied up, but he's going to get it out, or gets it all the way across ice. Picked up now by Houghton. Houghton's driving 1-on-4. Houghton's still going. He shoots through traffic, blows up a player's stick. DeSimone breaks up that one, gets it to Houghton. Houghton tries to dangle through some traffic. Now DeSimone ties up another man. Now Reeling comes away with it. Reeling's going to drive. Reeling through some traffic, gets taken down. Puck comes all the way out to center ice. Tango has it. Tango plays it up to Reeling. Reeling's going to circle. Gets it into the offensive zone. Good check there by Reeling. Creates a turnover for DeSimone. His shot just off the glove. Picked up on a nice Tango on a pinch. Puck comes out to center ice. Now it's a 1-on-1. Musclow's back in position. Uses his stick to break that one up. And he rides his man to the boards. Allows Houghton to swoop in. Houghton has control of the puck. Houghton's bringing it into the offensive zone. 1-on-3. He's still going. Loose puck. Houghton's pass towards the center ice gets intercepted. Reeling on the forecheck. Honeybaked out the other way. Musclow in good position. He takes his man to the boards. Long shot sticked high into the net. And with 10:59, we have a stoppage of play. Dunn's on the ice now with Dewey and Sargo. Edwards and Veneziano defensively. Edwards takes his man to the boards, allows Veneziano to swoop in for the loose puck. Veneziano skates it up himself. He's going to gain the red line and get it in deep. Allows Dunn to get there first. He plays his man, allows Dewey to get the loose puck. Veneziano to Edwards. Edwards with a nice cross-ice pass just off Dewey's stick. Back to Sargo. Good look there from Edwards to do it. And the puck's going to remain in the offensive zone. Dunn gives chase. Now they're going to flick it out, and it's going to be an icing. .10:02 left in the first. Oleg's going to take this offensive zone draw, I should say. He wins it clean back to Gallant, who is trying to rip a shot simultaneously. Oleg now has it, bounces over his stick. And we're on a nice forecheck. Mowry pinches in. Strong stick, keeps it in the offensive zone, allows Gallant to play it high off the glass. Oleg throws his weight into a forecheck. Now the Honeybaked is going the other way. Metz battling in the corner. Nice play there by Mowry to come over and help out and block that pass. Honeybaked behind the goal line here, plays it up to the point. Shot just wide of the net, got through traffic. Metz and Oleg doing a good job below the goal line. Now they leave it for Mowry, why not? So Metz chips it up along the boards. Glove saved by Davis. He's going to play it to Mowry. Everyone else thought it might be a stoppage of play, so Mowry's going to flick one high. Tries to get Imler, who's cutting into the offensive zone. He's going to leave the ice for a change. Oleg's going to come in and finish the check and create a turnover for Mowry to come in. Mowry circles back instead of just dumping it in, plays it over to Metz. Rifle pass long to Louis G. Tries the backhand to Pearsall. I'm sorry, that was Sargo. Sargo on his backhand, throws it below the goal line. Tango on a nice pinch, keeps it in. He's well below at the hash marks. Now Pearsall swoops in, rips one around, nice play. He took a couple defenders with him, ripped the pass back to Tango. Loose puck, just picked up in time by Honeybaked. Puck out, dangerously in front of their own net there. Tango with a strong check, drives his man out of the area. Then he took care of the puck. This one's gonna rim all the way around to the near boards. Louis G's in the corner. He punches at it, but Honeybaked comes away with a big shot blocker save. High into the glass, but not out of play. Honeybaked retains possession, throws it into the near corner. Musklo and Louis G battling. They're gonna be able to get it out of the zone. And up to Sargo. Sargo drops it for Pearsall. Honeybaked without a stick. He's trying to just kick it out. Can't do it. Nice keep at the blue line there by Veneziano. Honeybaked's now going to circle back to receive it. Good steal there by Veneziano. Pardon me, I'm trying to get the 2012's live stream set up as well. Hopefully we can see their game simultaneously in Detroit, or we're going to have a serious conflict here in a moment. Reeling and DeSimone out there, Reeling on the forecheck. Now DeSimone comes in, DeSimone wins it, gets it over to Reeling. Reeling drives, tries to get it over to Oleg. His pass deflected just wide of the net. If anyone wants to frantically call me if we lose our stream here momentarily, please let me know. The 12s are about to try to broadcast. It could throw us off. Just let me know and I'll fix it. Right now, Oleg's taking an offensive zone draw. Played out to the red line. DeSimone's going to swoop back and get it up to Oleg. And now Oleg with some speed and a long reach. He's shot, big save. And that group's going to stay out here with 6:13 left in the period. Mowry and Metz defensively. Face-off controlled by Oleg. Reeling comes in with a big check there, but puck comes out of play. Metz takes his man nicely to the boards. Shot just wide of the net, goes all the way around. Oleg's going to be there. He's got ice to skate it. Just skated right through Reeling and DeSimone, waiting for him to get in the zone. They're going to call a delayed offsides on that. Backhand shot, big save by Davis. Rebound there. Block shot by Houghton. Stick save, now loose puck. Houghton wins the draw over to Tango. Okay, I'm back with you, everybody. I think we got 2 simultaneous streams going. If I set this up correctly, let me know. Right now we have a defensive zone draw with 5:03 left in the first. Pearsall is going to take it. He's got Sargo to his right, Louis G, Edwards, and Veneziano on defense. Puck dangerously behind Davis. Riley Edwards takes a man down behind the boards with a big hit. Puck comes out to the point. Nice stick there by Edwards, pulled up the traffic in front of him, and Pearsall comes in, takes his man to the ice. Davis calmly controls it. .450 left in the first. 0-0 is the score. Pearsall kicked out of the faceoff dot. The Commodore, I want to know what the feedback's going to be on the faceoff draws. Edwards takes his man nicely to the boards. No one else went to help out though. Louis G took the faceoff. He was playing center. I'm not sure he realized it, and they're going to be able to get a shot off there. Pearsall and Edwards had switched at the faceoff dot, so Pearsall was covering the wing. Edwards tied his man up, but Veneziano and Louis G didn't fire into the corner. So the Pens will go for a change with 4:36 left in the first. Dunn's going to take this draw. He's got Gallant and Imler out there. Mowry and Tango on defense. Long shot, sticked high off the glass. Tango's going to glove it down. Nice athletic play there. Gets it up to Imler on the boards. He throws it ahead. Doesn't gain the zone though. Dunn, of course, comes away with it. Strong stick. Gets tied up and taken down to the ice. His helmet pops off. No call there. Trying to draw it, I believe. Gallant with a high shot. Glove down. Dunn's going to take the offensive zone draw. Imler, Gallant, Tango and Mowry out there together. Face off one to Imler. He plays it back down along the boards. Allows Dunn to forecheck with some strength there. Honeybaked's going to try to reverse it the other way behind their own goal. Dunn still giving chase. Sounded like Imler made a big hit there. Sorry, I can't see that tight on the corners. The Commodore is the setup for the camera angles. Without him, I'm blind out here. Obviously, I went a little bit too far back. Can't see right in front of us. That's okay, Gallant. Gallant's looking to rip one, and he does. Just wide of the net, picked up by DeSimone. Puck bounces over his stick, though. Honeybaked coming the other way. Mowry back in. I'm sorry, that is Mowry. He does play it off the boards to Oleg. He's going to skate it forward. He's got Reeling and DeSimone out there. Oleg gets it to Reeling. Reeling plays it to the point. But over Musclo's stick. He's going to bring one back to Metz, who plays it off the boards. Reeling touch passes it just out of the grasp of Oleg. Honeybaked with some crisp passes. They're out the other way on a 3-on-2. Shot just wide of the net. Puck rims all the way around. Musclo is going to give chase. Now Metz gets there, Reeling touch pass to Oleg. He's through some traffic, but puck bounces. Metz is there. Nice play by Metz. Great pass, gives Oleg a chance here. Oleg beats his man, goes to the backhand. Good save by Honeybaked. What a play by Metz to get it to Oleg, and then Oleg just powered and speed through the zone. Shot wide of the net. Musclow's going to use his skates to keep that one in the zone momentarily. Now he does it again to DeSimone. Good play. Now Oleg uses his skates. He takes a big hit, and that's going to be high to the head, and he's going to draw a penalty. 2:04 left in the first. The soccer team out here with Musclow with 2 kicks, and then Oleg. As Oleg went to the skates to keep the puck in, he took a hit high, and that's going to draw the first penalty of the game. First power play is going to be with Sargo, Mowry, Dewitt, Dunn, and Pearsall. Dewitt's going to take the draw. Honeybaked gets it around the corner. Sargo pinches, but it comes out. Now Mowry's going to circle all the way back into his D zone and pick it up. Plays it back to Sargo. Nice spin move there by Sargo. Backhands one. Dunn plays it over to Pearsall. Pearsall shot, big save, blocker to the side. Great play by Dunn to keep that one in the zone. Gets it back to Mowry. His big shot gets blocked, but he gets there before it gets out of the zone. Pearsall plays it back to Mowry, over to Sargo. Sargo looking for Dewey. His pass gets broken up, bouncing puck into the corner. Pearsall gives a good chase and a stick, keeps that one in the zone. Dewey comes away with a loose puck after Dunn battles. Back up to Mowry. He walks into a shot. Big shot! It looked like it might have been tipped off a stick, but it goes in. The big rig with a big blast and puts the Pens on top 1-0. Reeling comes away with this one, brings it into the offensive zone, throws it over to Louis G. He's out there with Houghton, Edwards, and Veneziano. Louis G gets it up to Edwards at the point. His shot bounces all the way through to the corner. Reeling's there. Plays it back to Houghton, over to Edwards. He makes a man miss and a toe drag and a shot. Now he's deep in the corner, strong stick there. Comes away with a bouncing puck. 40 seconds left in the period. 1-0 Pens on top. Houghton and Louis G on a good forecheck. Puck comes out to Edwards. He keeps it in, finds Reeling. Reeling tries to get through some traffic, loses the puck. Takes the defender's stick, but didn't bring the puck with him. That one's going to go all the way back. Not going to be an icing. Veneziano picks it up, tries to reverse it, but the defenseman read it for Honeybaked, or the forechecker did. And the Pens are going to be satisfied with just icing that on a dangerous play. .2 seconds left in the period. Pens just iced that one off a dangerous turnover in the D zone. No problem. Got the changing of the guard here between periods. Parents like to only watch their kids and where they shoot the most. Face-off won by Honeybaked. They're deep into the zone. Might have been a hook, and it is going to be a hook. Great save by Davis to keep this one 1-0, but in the process, Pens get called for a hooking. Well, the referee giving a little bit of an attitude there. Sarcastically thinking, "You're right, I'm wrong," is what he said to DeSimone. DeSimone to the box. 16:47 left in the second. Tango's gonna rip one through a Honeybaked stick. Dewey's out there with Pearsall, Mowry and Tango. Long cross-ice pass, good block there by Tango, causes that shot to go wide. Controlled by Honeybaked. They play it around at the perimeter. Now down low, the hash marks, gets it up to the point. One-timer slap shot off the side of the net, or it might have been off Davis's pads. It looked like it was going wide. Mowry's there. He's going to rifle one out. Good stick by Honeybaked. Not sure that was played by a high stick, but they're calling it high. Every time it hits someone's stick, it's probably not a high stick, but we'll take it. Pens are going to get an offensive zone draw this penalty kill with 1:22 left. Dunn and Imler out there with Veneziano and Edwards. Face-off one from Dunn to Imler, played back to Veneziano. He's dangerously skating backwards, but finds Dunn on a beautiful pass. All his momentum was going backwards, and he's still got a lot on that pass. Nicely done, accurate with some strength. Now Dunn just winning the battle of the forecheck. Imler's going to step in. Strong combo on the forecheck, no doubt. And that's going to be an icing on Honeybaked on their power play. Needless to say, the Pens are doing what they need to with 51 seconds left here on the kill. Schuten's going to replace Dunn. Reeling's going to come in for Imler. Edwards and Veneziano stay out there together. Edwards steps up, creates a turnover at the blue line. Now he's going to poke it back deep into the zone. Huteman's going to come up first. Shot off the side of the net, side of the post. In the process, Davis kicked out the net, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Luigi and Sargo coming on now with Mowry and Metz. Puck rimmed all the way around, kept in the zone by Honeybaked. Metz is going to get another chance at it, gets it up the boards. Sargo gives chase, Honeybaked controls. One-timer chance, broken up. Mowry gets it, sticks it out of the zone. 7 seconds left here on this penalty kill. Dangerous puck here, loose in the D zone. Metz is there, first one. He takes a hit, but gets it up the boards at the very least. Here comes Honeybaked. Good shot chance, rebound. All alone on the back door. Power play had just ended. Nice low shot for Honeybaked and a pad save, rebound goal. That player was just sitting on the doorstep. 1-1, 14:39 left in the second, excuse me. Olick, Reeling, Gallant out there together with Metz and Mowry. Three right-handed forwards deciding who's going to play a left wing. Olick wins it cleanly back to Mowry. Mowry over to Metz. Metz up to Reeling along the boards. Ruing's going to bring it in, tries to get it over to Olick. Bouncing puck, controlled by Honeybaked. Turnover there. Gallant now throws one a little high over Olick's stick. He's going to circle in, leaves it for Ruing behind the net. Ruing picks it up on his backhand, plays it up the boards to Maury at the point. His slap shot, stick to side. Reeling and Olick battling behind the net, throws it on net dangerously and gloved down. 14-12 left in the second. Musklo and Tango coming on defensively. Dewey, Dunn, and Houghton now coming out together for the offensive zone draw to the left of the netminder. Dewitt throws it down deep along the boards. Played up and out, but turnover there. Houghton comes away with an interception. He's driving hard, takes a big hit into the boards. He gets up though, tries to play it up to Dewey, just couldn't connect. Now Dunn comes in. Musklow goes for a pinch. Honeybaked gets around. They got a 2-on-1 developing the other way. Good back check pressure, but nice slick pass, got through traffic. Honeybaked still with possession. Long shot from the point, just wide of the net, picked up by Honeybaked. They keep it in the zone. Play it back, point to point. Shot thrown near the net. Blocked down by Honeybaked's own stick. Honeybaked comes around the corner, rips a shot high and wide off the glass. Back to the point. He dekes a man loose, puck, Houghton picks it up. Now he's gonna gain the red line and try to get it deep, which he does, nice job. Allows the Pens to go for a change. Well, no, they're not gonna go for a change. Dunn's on the forecheck. Nice job there. He ties up his man. Pearsall overskates it just a touch. Now he's going to bounce it back out to Edwards, who regroups. Gets an accurate pass over to Sargo. Touch pass just off of Luigi's stick, who's out there with Sargo and Pearsall now. Veneziano drives. His pass gets deflected and broken up, so Sargo's going to, I'm sorry, that's Pearsall who's going to get all the way back in coverage. Maury throws a long pass in there. Lines are a little off right now, all these penalty kills and power plays, or I should say penalty kills for the most part. It looks like Olick's out there with Imler and DeSimone. Maury and Metz defensively. Nice play there by DeSimone. Shifty, made a man miss. Got a touch pass up to Olick. He tries to swim over a defender. He does. Oh, he's just stronger than the others. Nice shot. Olick just bodied himself through about 3 defenders there. Got a shot off. It looked like gloved into the glass, allowing the Pens to set up some pressure here. Honeybaked, following coach's orders, just chip it off the glass, and they do. They get it in deep. Maury's there, plays it up the boards to Imler. Imler's going to sky one high, trying to get a good bounce. Glove down momentarily. Maury, the big rig, looking for number 2. Shot, stick down. Played into the corner by Honeybaked. Sargo over to Gallant. DeSimone out there still, he's battling. Nice back check, comes away with a steal that's going to play it out into the neutral zone. Gallant now giving chase. DeSimone steps up, causes that one to bounce high. Gallant now with some speed into the offensive zone. He's got Sargo with him. He leaves it for Sargo, who shoots and scores on a quick release. Gallant with a full head of steam. Found Sargo, who then ripped one low blocker side. Puts the Pens back on top 2-1. Beautiful shot by Sargo. Gallant wins the draw back, but Honeybaked actually controls it. Good stick there by Sargo. Bouncing puck from Gallant over to Reeling. Reeling with some speed along the right side. He gets tied up in the corner, pulls it back, looks for puck back to the point. He gets it to Veneziano, who throws it back around the boards. Gallant gives chase. Reeling's going to get called for a penalty. I'm not sure what the penalty is. Reeling's going to get the penalty. I think it was an elbowing. I'm not sure what he called. 9:57 left in the period, though. 2-1 Pens on top after Sargo's goal. Broke the 1-1 tie. Looks like Reeling might have gotten another penalty because Imler went into the box with him. Or I'm not sure if that was a bench minor or not. It is a 5-on-4. So I think Reeling got a second penalty. I'm not 100% sure what happened. Dunn has it. He was going to rifle one around on a short chance of opportunity. What a pass to Houghton, who shoots and scores. He might have gotten hooked on that play. No call, though. Great pass from Dunn to Houghton. Big save there. Loose puck, rebound. What a save by Davis. Moving right to left, got the rebound. And a beautiful save to keep this one 2-1. Davis flying across the crease. Dewey wins it over to Edwards. His clearing chance got blocked at the blue line. Good back check there by Pearsall. He's out there with Dewitt, Tango, and Edwards. Pearsall harassing him at the point. Long shot, rebound off the crossbar. Initial nice save by Davis, and Honeybaked with a great opportunity on the rebound, went off the crossbar. Long shot from the point, just wide of the net. Loose puck picked up by Honeybaked. Good stick by Pearsall. That's going to cause that one to go out of the zone. Now he gives chase, looking to create a turnover, and he just might. Edwards standing his man up at the red line. 27 seconds left in the initial penalty here. Olick's gonna drive, shot, saved. Gonna keep playing it here. Goalie slow played it, but he did drop it for his defensive partner. Here comes Honeybaked the other way. 11 seconds on the power play left. Shot goes wide of the net. Good stick by Olick, drives that one out of the zone. Imler's out of the box, so it looks like Reeling's going to be in there for some additional penalty time. Puck comes back to Mowry. Mowry plays it over to Gallant. Puck comes over to Gallant. He makes a man miss, tries to slide it up to Olick. Now DeSimone has it on his backhand. Long pass, Honeybaked, deflected into the zone. Metz stands his man up. Now Mowry gives him a whack. Long shot to the point, rebound. Davis eats it up. And with 7:05 left in the second, looks like we're going to go for an ice cut. 2-1 Pens on top through the first half. Looks like I missed it at the end of the first half. Wasn't aware that there was a penalty called on Honeybaked. So the Pens find themselves on a power play here to start the second half. Pearsall, Dewey, Dunn, Sargo, and Mowry out there together. Sargo moves it over to Pearsall. Pearsall's a pass attempt gets broken up and just cleared out of the zone. Davis is going to touch pass it up to Mowry. He's going to take his time getting into the zone, plays it up the boards. Now over to Sargo. Puck comes all the way back on net. Davis is going to get it. He backhands it over to Pearsall. Plays it along the boards to Sargo. Sargo pulls up. He's going to establish possession here. Plays it down to Dunn. Back up to Sargo. To Mowry. To Pearsall. Pearsall's going to step into one. Big block there by Honeybaked, and he's hurting. Honeybaked does control possession here, though. Mowry back in position. Sticked it down there. Sargo gets the loose puck. Sargo gets it up quickly to Dunn. Over to Dewey. Pass broken up. Dunn. Good shot. Loose puck. Still loose. Oleg steps into it. Just missed. Now Dunn has it. Plays it down low to Tango. Tango over skates it. Good recovery though. Backhands it. Gets it to Oleg, who backhands it to Dunn. Dunn kicks it up along the boards to Oleg. 5 seconds on the power play. Gets it over to Pearsall. Backdoor just off his stick. And he's going to rim it around the boards to Louis G. Louis G picks it up with speed. Brings it below the goal line. Now he's got Oleg there for support. Power play is over. Gallant now on with Musklo and Tango centering pass dangerously right in front of the net. Oleg there to intercept. He comes back the other way, soft tosses one that's gloved down by Honeybaked. They gain possession at the red line. Makes a man miss for a moment, but good stick by Musklo. He's gonna skate it back, has some time, gets a touch pass up to Oleg, just off his stick and coming back the other way. That's Tango that did that. And now Tango drives his man into the boards, centering pass, loose puck in front of the net, still loose. Never crossed the goal line. Puck never crossed the goal line, but definitely some bodies thrown into the goalie, causing the net to go off. .420 left in the second. 2-1, Pens on top. Defensive zone draw to the left of Davis upcoming. Veneziano and Edwards defensively out there with Imler, DeSimone, and Pearsall. Buten's going to take the defensive zone draw, tries to get it up to Imler, they can't connect. Puck comes around to the far boards. DeSimone gives a whack at it. Puck comes loose to Edwards. He plays it up to the blue line. Now he jumps up into the play and gets it out into the center ice. On the pins off sides, I believe. Not 100% sure. Houghton's going to take a draw here with DeSimone, Imler, Veneziano, and Edwards. Puck's one back to Veneziano. He tries to get a pass up the boards, intercepted by Honeybaked. Houghton's going to give chase. Tipped into the zone by Honeybaked. Veneziano's first man there. Plays it on his backhand. He's going to skate it out. Now Honeybaked comes away with a steal. Behind the goal line, up, shot, good save, gloved by Davis. I think he actually sticked it into his own glove. 3:36. And the Pens are going to take an important defensive zone draw as Honeybaked came out here the second half looking strong. Maury's going to be there with Metz, Dewey, Pearsall. No problem. I chose a bad spot to set up. That was my fault. Good block there by Louis G. Gets the puck out of the defensive zone. Pearsall now driving into the offensive zone, takes his man hard to the glass. Puck comes out, Dewey just out of his reach, and 3-on-2 the other way. Maury's back in good position, causes an errant pass. Louis G to Dewey, back to Louis G. Now Metz puts his stick into it, drives that one just off. Good back check by Pearsall, breaks up that pass. Loose puck picked up by Louis G. He's got some space and speed. He's skating it, looking over his options, brings it into the zone, drops it for Pearsall. Pearsall on his forehand, throws one down to Dewey, lifts a stick before the defender could intercept it. Now throws one off the side of the net. Pearsall gets taken down. Loose puck still bouncing around. Honeybaked going the other way. 3-on-2, now a 3-on-3. Dewey got back, nice block shot there by the big rig. .225 left in the period. 2-1 Pens on top. Goals by Maury and Sargo. Errant pass there, intercepted by Sargo, tries to throw it down low to Houghton. Dunn's out there on a good forecheck as well. Puck comes loose back to Tangle, and he gets it up to Sargo, center ice. Definitely gets hooked. No call. Gets taken down to the ice. Good shot, low save. 1:47 left in the period. .2-1 Pens on top. Defensive zone draw to the right of Davis. Houghton's going to take it. He's got Tanglin on his right. Musklow defensively with Sargo and Dunn. Now Sargo swings over. Puck comes out to center ice. I don't know if they touched up, but they called it okay. Now Tango just smartly gets it out of the zone. It might turn into an icing. No, they wave it off. Musklow plays it off the glass. Puck stays in the defensive zone. Tango with a big hit, creates a turnover there, allows Dunn to swoop in. He gets it over to Houghton with some speed. He's creating a 2-on-1. Long shot off the pads. Dunn with the rebound, rifles one high and just over the net. Edwards is there to throw one back down. Houghton's stick gets blown up, and they're going to call a penalty on it. 46 seconds left in the period. The unnecessarily huge stick lift that threw Houghton's stick high and into the air. Honeybaked's going to go to the box. Reeling's still in the box. They're going to look for a replacement for him out here on the power play. So DeSimone's going to come out. And that's going to kick Luigi out of the face-off. Dottie's out there with Oleg, Veneziano, and Houghton. Veneziano to Oleg, to Houghton, back to Oleg, one-timer, slap shot, glove down. .34 seconds left in the period, 150, 149, I should say, on the power play. Oleg down the boards to DeSimone, now back to Oleg, to Veneziano, back to Oleg. His shot high and over the blocker side, hits the glass, big rebound, comes out to Houghton, who plays it to Veneziano. He just gets taken down and just out of the zone. 13 seconds left. Pens are gonna do a quick re-up, not working out the way they wanted to, and now they're just gonna hopefully get out of the period here without any danger. Puck's on net. Good save by Davis. 1 second remaining. Dangerous end to the period there. 1:15 left on the power play for the Pens. Forwards' dads making their way down to the scoring booth, and moms. Dewey's out there with Dunn, Sargo, Pearsall, and Mowry. Pearsall aggressive on the pinch there to keep it in, gets over his stick. Now Dunn's gonna circle back in the center ice. Puts it on his backhand, now he's just gonna leave it for Mowry as he was getting harassed. Mowry makes a man miss, brings it up. Gets it to Sargo, backhands it over to Mowry. He's going to skate it in, leaves it now for Pearsall. Over to Sargo. Back to Pearsall. Mowry at the point. 30 seconds left. Pearsall's going to step in on one. Another blocked shot there, and another player that's hurt. Pearsall's ripping him right into the Honeybaked players at the moment. Pearsall leaving his mark. To Mowry. A beautiful pass to Pearsall. He shoots. That one made it on net. Good save. Now Pearsall cross ice to Sargo. His shot deflected twice, doesn't get on net. And nice play out, gets it, flips out of the zone. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Real quick up, Mowry's gonna rifle one to Dunn faster than the camera can pan over there. Now Dunn's gonna circle back, he mohawks, gets it over to Sargo. We're even now, Sargo gets it in the zone. He rifles one just high on the blocker's side. Oleg on the ice now. Oleg comes away with a steal. He's got Metz who's flashing in. Gallant's out there with DeSimone and Veneziano. Puck comes bouncing out of the zone. Loose puck. Metz gets taken into the corner. Now Veneziano swoops in for the loose puck. Picks it up to Gallant to Oleg. Oleg leaves it for DeSimone. His shot gets just blocked into the corner. Plays it back to Oleg. His backhand pass knocked down, but DeSimone's there. Oleg plays it up along the boards. And the puck's going to go up into the netting. .43 left in the period. Penn still holding on to a 2-1 lead. Looks like offsetting penalties here. 5-on-5. Oleg's going to go to the box with a Honeybaked player as well. This referee really a bit of an instigator, talking back to the players. None of the Pens have been happy that went to the box. Reeling's out now from his 2 and 10. 14:43 left in the ball game. Houghton's going to take the offensive draw with Gallant and DeSimone. Metz and Veneziano defensively. Honeybaked plays it high and off the glass. Metz is going to be the first one there. Plays it to Veneziano. Gets it to DeSimone, and now we have a whistle. It looks like Gallant and another player's helmet got hooked on each other. And we'll take this back to a neutral zone face-off. Puck comes over to Veneziano. Gets it to the red line and in deep. DeSimone, beautiful backhand pass. Found Houghton right in front of the net and a big save there. Long stretch pass for Honeybaked the other way. Good shot wide of the net. Davis played the angle well. Houghton holding the puck, spinning around, weaves it in the near corner. Now Gallant has it on a 3-on-2, leaves it for Veneziano. His shot gets tipped and high into the glass. DeSimone does a good job covering back for Veneziano. Now they get back. Puck comes loose. Here comes Honeybaked the other way. DeSimone swoops in for a steal. He's going the other way. He's got Houghton and Imler backdoor. Imler's sitting there. Just couldn't get it to him in time. Edwards and Tango on defense now. Edwards rifles a pass, gets it through center ice. Imler is going to give a chase here. Luigi comes on with Pearsall. Glove down, big glove save there by Davis, and he's going to hold it there with 12:50 left in the ball game. Pearsall to take the D-zone draw. Shot from the point, gobbled up. Davis holds it. Pearsall gets kicked out. I've said it before. Luigi comes in for the drop. He wins it back to Tango. Tango gets it up to Luigi, who's flying into the offensive zone. And we're on his forehand. Now that one bounces off. Tango at the neutral zone, tries to play it off the boards. Puck's kind of bouncing around in no man's land at the moment. Good defensive play there by Tango. He's getting held, no call. Gets it over to Edwards though, who has a long pass. No icing as it was touched by Honeybaked. Here comes Dunn the other way. He cycles it down low. Sargo on chase. Musclo with a shot, bounces around, and nice stick there to keep it in the zone, and Sargo does the rest. He's gonna pitchfork one back. Dunn's trying to get it to Dewey, who's in front of the net. Honeybaked comes away with a nice pass through Dunn's legs. Here comes Honeybaked the other way. Shot deflected wide by Mowry. Loose puck in front of the net. Picked up by Musklow. Tries to get it out of the zone, but Honeybaked's on a good forecheck. They come away with the puck. Loose into the corner. Mowry rides his man into the glass. Shot from the point, tipped just wide of the net. Davis might have deflected that. Good defensive play by Dunn. Uses his leg to kick that one wide. Musklow now gets it over to Sargo. Sargo tries to get it to Dunn. Dunn gives chase. Good maneuver there by Honeybaked. Reeling Puck checks that one away. He's out there with DeSimone. And this steal by Sargo. Sargo brings it into the zone. He's going to chip it into the corner and go for a change. Reeling's on the forecheck pressure. Now DeSimone. Puck comes back into the D zone. Veneziano's going to calmly pick that one up. Now he's going to skate it. Makes a man miss. Long pass up to Reeling. Reeling tries to get one across to Houghton. Just couldn't connect, but Veneziano's there to pick up the loose puck. Loose puck now. Reeling picks it up. Rifles a shot loose. Still loose. DeSimone's there. Gets tackled. Houghton gets tackled to the ice. No call. That puck was sitting there for a while. Reeling got to it. And DeSimone looked like he almost got to the rebound. That might have been Houghton. To DeSimone now, along the blue line. He takes a hit but gets it in deep. Houghton on the forecheck. DeSimone's stick gets blown up as he was pressuring there. Goes around and a nice shoulder save there by Davis. Keeps this one 2-1 with 8:49 left in the contest. Veneziano has it. They're calling for him just to send it. And he's going to do just that, and it's going to be an icing. DeSimone didn't have his stick. Penn's got caught out there for a pretty long shift. Oleg's back out of the box. And the Pens will go for a full change. Or a partial change. It looks like Gallant's going to stay out there with Pearsall and Luigi, Tango and Edwards. Pearsall to take the D-zone draw. Puck was bouncing around and picked up by Luigi. Now Pearsall has it, gains the offensive zone. Takes a hit, and Honeybaked coming the other way. Gallant was with a great back check. He ran into Davis. However, he tied up the man's stick there. Bouncing puck just over Pearsall's stick from Luigi. Blind pass there by Honeybaked. Picked off by Luigi. Taps it to Pearsall, who gets it in the zone. Honeybaked back out on a 3-on-2. Shot, glove save. Davis holds it. .755 in the final frame. Oleg, Imler, and Dunn coming out together. Metz and Mowry on defense. Puck comes out. Imler's there, now Oleg's there. Olick with a slick backhand pass, gets it through to Dunn, who tries to return the favor just out of Olick's reach, which is pretty hard to do. Honeybaked fast back the other way. Back and forth we go. Mets in good defensive position, pokes that one away, but Honeybaked retains possession. Shot blocked by Murray, goes into the corner. Mets takes his man to the corner. Long shot from the point, got through, rebound got through, and the third rebound goes in. And now they're waving it off, saying he kicked it in. No goal. Said it was a kicking motion. No one's been a fan of this referee. And right now, Honeybaked's not enjoying his presence. Houghton, Sargo, Reeling, Edwards, and Veneziano are going to come out for the neutral zone draw. Stays 2-1 here. Said it was a kick. Good shot from the point. Rebound by Davis. And then the third one got in. Must have been a kick. Referee just skating through center ice, pointing to his foot. He's not in a mood. He is in a mood today. I'd love to get the Commodore's feedback on this ref. Regardless, the Pens retain the 2-1 lead. 7:09 remaining in the game. Houghton to take the draw. Face-off one. Tipped into the zone. They're going to wave off the icing. Sargo and Reeling on the forecheck. Long pass just out of Edwards' reach. Honeybaked the other way. Big save. Davis with a beautiful save. He got an angle on the defense and ripped a short angle shot. Davis up to the challenge. Sargo chips it to himself, and then he's tripped. Oh, they're not going to call it. I thought they had called that. It seems so obvious. Now Houghton gets it up to Reeling. Reeling shoots and high and wide over the net. Houghton with a good back check. Now Tango keeps it in the zone. Sargo goes down again, no call. This one comes around to the near boards. Bounces out of the zone. Good block shot there by Murray. Puck's loose in the corner. Honeybaked picks it up. Murray plays it up ice. Reeling gets it out of the zone. Now he gives chase on the forecheck. And the Honeybaked's going to get it all the way in. They're going to dump it in. Davis holds it for Tango to pick up. Off of a skate of Murray. Now Reeling gets it. He's just going to skate it. Leave it for Dewey. He goes for a change. Dewey gets it in deep. Plays it. Played by the goalie around the corner. 2-on-1 here. DeSimone out of the air. Pearsall's out there. Nice check. Comes away with a steal. Big offensive zone check there with a steal. Puck bouncing around. Deflected off Dewey's stick and into the zone. Veneziano plays it off his forehand and out of the D zone. 4:55 left in the contest. The defenseman falls. Good stick by Mets. A Pens D man lost his edge. Here come the Pens the other way. 2-on-1. It's Pearsall. Drops it for Gallant. And out of the zone. He had DeSimone. He was being hounded from behind. Strong play there by Pearsall to get the opportunity off. Now Olick on a forecheck. Veneziano tries to sky one. Puck's loose. Davis still loose. Veneziano tried to sky one, hit off a player's body. And then Davis had to play it with his stick. Puck was loose, and Honeybaked gets called for a hand pass, I think. Dangerous play in the D zone. Davis comes up with another strong stick play. 4 minutes left in the contest. 2-1, Penn's holding on to a thin lead. Pretty even game, to say the least. Oleg's going to take the draw. He's got Gallant on his right, Louis G on his left. Mowry and Edwards defensively. And even 4 minutes to go. Mowry plays it over to Edwards. Edwards is going to skate it. He's got ice. He's going to take it. Gets to the red line, dumps it in deep. Louis G comes away with a steal. Three on two the other way. Honeybaked, here they come. They crisscross. They shoot and just wide of the net. Davis came out of his crease, caused that one to go wide. Turnover by the Pens, and Honeybaked's right back at it. Throws one again just wide of the crease. They cycle it behind the goal line. Spinning out of trouble. Shot, short angle, good save by Davis. 3:17 left in the game. Edwards diving to deflect that one out. Louis G has it to get it to Oleg. Now he's just going to skate it out. And the puck goes right back down into our D zone. Another shot wide of the net. Not the kind angle for Honeybaked today. Oleg throws it out of the zone, allows the Pens to go for a change. Sargo, Houghton, and Dunn coming out. 2:48 left in the contest. Mowry's there with a strong stick. Metz is also banging it around. Puck's off the glass. Tough to see what's happening right here on the near boards. But it looks like Honeybaked comes away with it. Metz tackles his man. Now Dunn avoids a hit, uses his body. Honeybaked gets control of the puck. One-timer. Sargo's back there. Sargo stepping back into that shooting lane. And there was a man all by himself in front of the net, trying to tip that one in from Davis. Honeybaked going to call a timeout. They might pull their goalie here. 2:23 left in the ball game. They have an offensive zone draw. Pens retreat to the bench. A long minute of a timeout. Both teams ignoring the ref. And they do, in fact, pull the goalie. Here we are, 6-on-5 with 2:23 left in the contest. Dunn, Sargo, and Houghton out there defensively. Mowry and Edwards. Houghton wins it back to Mowry. Edwards bangs it around the boards. Dunn gives chase. Honeybaked playing it around at the point. One-timer shot, rebound, loose. Great save by Davis. Pens are playing with fire with these rebounds, just sitting there in front of the net. Good stick by Dunn. Long range shot and an icing. .155 left in the game. Pens are going to keep that line out there. Houghton wins another draw over to Mowry. And this one does get out of the zone by Dunn. Now Houghton gives chase. Houghton's got the empty net. Hit the side of the post. Great save by Davis. Honeybaked just drove that one all the way in. They didn't set anything up. Why would they? They just got off a great shot. Played out to the point. 1:22 left in the game. Shot deflected high into the glass, but not out of play. Played up to the point. Great job keeping it in by Honeybaked. We're on the half boards. He's going to circle. No one attacking him. No one pressuring him. Now Dunn gets a big blocked shot. Rilling comes away with a steal. Rilling's going to shoot one long range. Not sure why he shot that one, but he's going to be the first man there. Now he ties up a couple of people. Pearsall now on a long chain, on a good forecheck pressure. 35 seconds left. Dewey's out there as well. One-timer just wide of the net. 24 seconds. This one's going to get out of the zone. Dewey's there in an offsides with 16 seconds left in the game. .2 seconds remaining. Tangleman and Veneziano defensively. Rilling, Pearsall, and Dewey out there. Face off one to Veneziano. He's going to shoot one just wide of the net, and that's going to be an icing. .3 seconds left in the game. Tangleman and Dewey switching positions. Face off one, great block by Veneziano, and Dewey's just going to soft toss one out. Going all the way on the net. Good defensive play there by Honeybaked. Beautiful play by Dewey to not get an icing, and that's going to seal the win for the Pens. 2-1, Davis was phenomenal in net, and the Pens did just enough to win. Goals by, why did I say it? Because I don't remember who scored off the top of my head. I believe Sargo had a goal. And Mowry had a goal. Apologies for not remembering sooner. 2-1, Pens on top, 3-0 in this weekend. See you back in Pittsburgh.